Recording started.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests.
Yes.
Once again, good evening to all.
Oh.
Can you repeat? Or
Good
Very
evening.
good evening.
Good evening.
those who are not active in camera or in the Zoom? Once again, I would like to welcome you all for Chennai Tamil Toastmasters online meeting. This is meeting number 28, and I am Toastmaster Anbarasan, and today I am the Sergeant at Arms for this session. For Toastmaster, we have certain ground rules during our meeting. The first one, kindly switch off or unmute your devices like a mobile or other devices which you have. And second ground rule, we should not interrupt while while giving their speeches. And last but not least, the final ground rule is we should not talk sensitive topics like sex, religion, politics related contents during our meetings. With this note, I would like to share the mission of Toastmaster is to provide a positive and supportive learning experience in which members to empower their communication and leadership skill, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Once again, to all the Toastmasters and guests, this is the time to welcome our presiding officer of today's session. He is none other than our very own Toastmaster Ezhilarasan. To tell about Toastmaster Ezhilarasan, sir, he was currently residing at Qatar and working in a petrochemical company, and his hobby is writing a poem and playing sometimes. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Ezhilarasan, sir.
Thank you, Anbarasan, for the warm welcome. My dear Toastmasters, good evening. Hope you all had a very nice weekend, Sunday evening. All the weekends you might have had very good physical enjoyment, entertainments. This is the time. Tomorrow is our duty day. So we need to energize our mind. With that aim, we all gathered here to develop our communication skills. I don't think there is some guest available today, so that we don't have to talk about Toastmasters. Directly, we can jump into our meeting. Just a thought in my mind. My dear friends, if you want to make any job you are doing, you want to make it easy, the best way is first you like that. You may not want to do it, but if you don't like that to do, that job would be very tough. Whatever it might be easy, you will feel it very hard. So from external pressure, some jobs you have to do forcefully, but if you do in that way, you will end up in stress. So that if you can't avoid doing that job, you love that job, so that the job would be easy. You will not get any stress. Just a thought about our stress management. With that note, I welcome you all to Chennai Tamil Toastmaster meeting number 28. I declare meeting number 28 is open. My dear Toastmasters, to take us today's meeting with an excellent theme, we have a passionate Toastmaster. To tell about her, she is pursuing master degree in English literature from Banaras University, and she is a book lover, always love to read books. With this passionate qualities, we have a Toastmaster as a TMOD, Smrithi Agarwal. With your thunderous round of applause, let me welcome Smrithi Agarwal to take us through the excellent theme today. Smrithi Agarwal, the stage is yours.
Please keep the applause going for our president, for our beloved president, Toastmaster Ezhilarasan. And I welcome you once again to the happiest evening of the Chennai Tamil Toastmasters Club. And I am the teammate for today's meeting, going to sail today's ship to the coast where all the sailors, where we all Toastmasters reach perfection of speaking. Not perfection, but at least we try to become better speakers, confident speakers, and great articulator. For today's meeting, I have chosen the theme Jumping into Darkness, which is a metaphorical way of saying that accepting challenges, but the key term here is that you are thrown into accepting challenges without any prior notice. You are forced to take challenges suddenly, because we cannot refute the fact that life is very unpredictable, full of surprises, but not necessarily those surprises are happy. Those shocking circumstances that we often find ourselves landing in test our patience, test our strength. For example, I have performed this Toastmaster of the Day role number of times, countless times. I was a Toastmaster in a physical club which held hybrid meetings, and during my graduation days also. And I have taken this role to improve especially this role to improve my speaking skills. But still, today I find myself jittery before the president announces my name as the teammate. I was told to perform this role. Unexpectedly, I got a message from a member of this club, and I requested her to kindly wait so that I can check my plans. But in reality, I had no plans. I was in a dilemma whether to accept this sudden challenge, and I have a method to perform this TMOD role, and that is that I do not prepare a script. I write down maximum 5 to 6 points, and then I try to wrap my ideas around those points, because I feel like for me it's very important that I try to better myself as an impromptu speaker. So this was a challenge which I accepted, which was sudden, and currently right now I am speaking all with the ideas which are coming presently in my mind without any preparation. Another example is 2 days back, when my college started after summer vacation, we had to present our summer activity project. I did not book my slot for that particular day, but due to less number of presentees who were present that day, my professors asked me to present my film review, which I had worked upon during summer, on that day itself. I told them that I have not submitted my project, and they also scolded me about it. But then they went ahead with, okay, it's fine that you have not written, but at least you can speak. You are ready to speak, so speak. That was my first time that I spoke in front of all the professors. And as I went to the stage, I saw the head of the department coming into the seminar hall, and he kindly seated himself among the professors, and he only listened to my presentation because he arrived late. And he also bombarded me with so many questions, which I felt I was curious and ready to answer his questions. I wanted the audience members to interact with me, because after I had presented my speech, my fear had vanished. I was confident in myself. I felt, because I knew about the topic, I was very much at ease that yes, I could embrace any difficult questions thrown at me even by the professors. And yes, the being in Toastmasters really helped me there, because I had a good body language, my voice modulation, and my vocal clarity was also very great. So, what helped me during my presentation day was that I always make it a point to accept challenges, which Toastmasters provides me, like taking team on role unexpectedly or participating in table topic session. And it's taking challenges. It's not only limited and restricted to your academic life or your career life, but even in your normal day-to-day life you are faced with challenges. Another example, that I did not a master's program lasts for 2 years, and I during my first year I had already changed twice. When I first came to Banaras, I was in a PG, but then again I had to shift to a flat, relocate to a flat, because I wanted a single room. But that flat was too far away from the campus and from my department. Then again, when I came back after this summer vacation, I had to again relocate from that flat to a PG, which is situated near my college. So this was very unexpected, and now I have to survive the PG food, which is very oily. Now I have to restrict myself by using this very small, tiny washroom, even though it is attached, even though I am gonna use it, but even though it's clean, but it's old. So this is how life throws challenges which we do not like, but we have to train ourselves to not live in a comfort zone all the time. Now, I'll talk about this theme later, more about it, and I'm going to introduce the general evaluator. But before I do that, I am going to quickly tell you the structure of a Toastmasters meeting, which you already know about. First, in a Toastmasters meeting, we have prepared speech session where we have prepared speakers. And for today's meeting, the order of the it's a very exciting news that today we are having a speech marathon. Yes, people, we have 4 speakers lined up. The first speaker is going to be Toastmaster Kalpana. The second speaker is going to be Toastmaster John. The third speaker is Toastmaster Ganesh. And the fourth speaker is going to be Toastmaster Dakshina. Are not we so lucky to be a part of the speech marathon and we are going to listen to the amazing experiences and insightful things from their life, and which we could and that could help us in our life as well. After this prepared speech session, we do not have the table topic session, but usually in a Toastmasters meeting we do have a table topic session. But because whenever we hold a speech marathon, we do away with the table topic session. The last is the general evaluation session, where we have a general evaluator. The general evaluator has a monumental work to evaluate the entire meeting, from the time when the star starts the meeting to the time when the TMOD finally wraps up his or her discourse on his or her theme. To perform today's task, we have a very revered and a kind of person who is aware of many caps. She is an experienced human resources leader with 15 years of expertise, including 13 years in leadership roles. She is an IIM Trichy alumna, and she is currently pursuing a PhD in leadership. And she has also launched her entrepreneurial venture, Aditya Solutions. Kindly put your hands together for our wonderful, fascinating general evaluator, Toastmaster Uma. Toastmaster Uma, the stage, the podium is now all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smrithi, for that wonderful explanation and a warm welcome. As a general evaluator, I'll be evaluating the complete process or the complete event, right from the start till how it proceeds and what are the positive points and where there are areas of improvement. So my ideal role will be observation and also giving my report end of the meeting. I also have my own team which will be supporting me in general evaluation, which is none other than the TAC team. That is the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. Now, I would like to call upon the timer, Toastmaster Anbarasan. Toastmaster Anbarasan is a mechanical engineer with 15 plus of experience in the automotive industry. He's passionate about training people and improving his communication skills. His long-time goal is to support village students by starting a non-profit organization. So we have a social worker and also a social entrepreneur here. Let's give a warm welcome to Toastmaster Anbarasan. Toastmaster Anbarasan, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator, for giving this opportunity. And once again, I would like to thank for all the Toastmasters and guests. Being in a timer, my roles and responsibility is to be watch the entire session. And before begin my role introduction, I would like to share one proverb, which is time and tide will not wait for no one. If we not been progress or process anything within the time, if we exceed the time, it will be spoil our entire thing or the purpose. For in today's session, we have prepared speech and evaluation, and we doesn't have a table topics. For prepared speech, the available time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show the green card. At end of the 6th minutes, I will show the yellow card. The end of the 7th minutes, I will show red card. For evaluation, the available time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. End of the 2nd minutes, I will show the green. End of the 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show yellow. End of the 3rd minutes, I will show the green. Yeah, sorry, red. For Toastmaster and new guest, you have 30 seconds of grace period to wrap up your speech. Please use time wisely. Over to you, General Evaluator of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anbarasan, for that wonderful explanation of the importance of time and also explaining the time limits for each and every section. Let's now listen to Toastmaster Ezhilarasan, who is the counter for today. As we all know more about Toastmaster Ezhilarasan, I think that there is no much introduction required for him. Let's join hands in welcoming our Toastmaster Ezhilarasan to describe about the role of counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster G. Uma. Good evening once again. As a counter, today my job is to pay attention to all the meeting contents and counting the filler words like or, and any long pauses, repeated words. Those type of things I used to make a count, and I will deliver my report whenever G asked. So that in future meetings, those type of unnecessary words you can reduce to improve our quality of speaking. Thank you very much. Back to G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ezhilarasan. And your role is very critical as we can improve our communication skills and also understand our own flaws where we make mistakes. Thank you so much for this brief introduction. Let me now call upon Toastmaster Muralidharan, who's playing the role of grammarian for today's meeting. Muralidharan is from Chennai and he's having 21 years. He is 21 years old and currently living in Medavakkam, Chennai. He has completed his BCA degree last year from Guru Nanak College, Velicheri. After graduation, along with his friends, he explored several part-time opportunities, which eventually led him to start his own company, Merjax, which was a scaling company in January 2026. Playing badminton, reading books on business concepts, exploring AI on internet, or his hobbies. Let's join hands to welcome our grammarian for the day, Muralidharan, and also request him to introduce the word of the day for the meeting. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Muralidharan.
Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I am Toastmaster Muralidharan and I will be serving as a grammarian for today's meeting. The role of the grammarian is to help all members improve their grammar, vocabulary, and language usage. Throughout the meeting, I will be listening carefully and noting effective expressions, impressive word choices, creative language, as well as any grammatical errors and mispronunciations. Today's theme of the day is jumping into the unknown. Our word of the day is leap. Our word of the day is leap, meaning to move forward with courage by taking a bold step or embracing a new opportunity even when the outcome is uncertain. Example, starting my first leadership role was a leap into the unknown, but it helped me grow tremendously. Our idiom of the day is step out of your comfort zone, meaning to try something new or challenging that goes beyond what feels familiar or comfortable. Example, joining Toastmasters encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone and became a more confident speaker. I encourage everyone to use the word of the day, leap. The word of the day is leap. During your speeches, reports, table topics, and responses, whenever it was possible. At the end of the meeting, I will present my grammarian's report highlighting excellent use of language, effective expressions, and the usage of today's word of the day. Wishing everyone a meeting filled with confidence, learning, and the courage to take a leap into new possibilities. Thank you. Thank you. Over to you, gentle evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muralidharan. That was an excellent explanation of the role of a grammarian. And also you were to the point, like spot on to the topic. Let's now move on to the next section. That is this Trivia Master. Trivia Master is the one who will be evaluating the listening capacity of our members. So she will be questioning about the proceedings of the meeting and specific questions on what we have observed about the meeting. Let's join our hands in welcoming our trivia master today, Miss Sangeeta. Sangeeta is from Salem and she has completed her BBA in Shasta College, Kumbakonam. She is working as a sub-teacher in Salem Arya Elementary School and she wants to achieve her goal. Over to you, Trivia Master, for explaining her roles and responsibilities. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you for introducing me, General Evaluator Ma Parameshwari. Yeah, my role is substitute teacher. I'm working in Salem. So I take care of kids in many ways, like teaching and helping other, like what is that? Some classes I'm supporting all those stuff. That's all. Yeah. Can I go with my role?
Yes, please.
No? Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator Ma Parameshwari. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sangeeta, and it's my honor to serve as a listening master for today's meeting. As the saying goes, if speaking is silver, then listening is gold. Listening is a vital skill for every communicator. As a listening master, I will prepare some questions based on today's meeting and ask them at the end of the meeting. I request everyone to listen carefully and we will enjoy the meeting today. Now, let me hand that stage back to General Evaluator Uma Parameshwari, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta, for this brief introduction. With this, we come to the conclusion of the introduction of our tag team and also the trivia master. Let me hand over the stage to TMOD of the day, Toastmaster Smrithi. Over to you, Toastmaster Smrithi, for the rest of the program.
Thank you so much, our general evaluator and all the tag team players for your explaining your role meticulously. Now we have reached the time where we should start the prepared speech session, and I request our first evaluator, Toastmaster Uma Natraj, to kindly read out the speech objectives of a target speaker. Toastmaster Uma Natraj, I kindly invite you onto the virtual podium.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Smrithi. Today, speaker Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind is giving her level 1 speech from the Pathway Visionary Communication. And the purpose of the project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. So she has to present a speech, and based on that, she will be evaluated right now. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Smrithi. Wishing Toastmaster Kalpana all the very best. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma. Our first speaker is an immediate past president of Dubai Tamil Malayalam Club. She holds a postgraduate in nutrition and dietetics, ABA therapist for special children, and she's a NLP life coach. Toastmaster Kalpana, Old and Golden Days. Old and Golden Days, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Smrithi. I could see the timer. Yeah, it's on the screen. Thank you. Imagine keeping your eyes closed. Go back to your household where you enjoyed your childhood days with your parents and siblings, your friends, classmates. Just go to that hometown, your own house, and then see all your family members and friends with your open. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What do you feel when I said go back to your hometown and see your relatives and friends? A few seconds, what did you think about? Any feedback? A quick feedback. What do you feel?
Nostalgic.
Exactly, right? So we should always feel that whenever we wanted to go back, and with that same feeling, the feeling of nostalgia, having a great leap and going ahead in our journey with a big smile, going through all these nostalgic memories, which in my speech, it could easily resonate with yours as well. So come out of your comfort zone and let me start my journey as I was in my hometown, Pondicherry. Those days were golden. Don't you all agree with me? The days, some of you may be millennium children, but still, when you go back to your hometown, your days, your childhood days, definitely it will give you lots of enjoyment. I'm sure today I'm going to make you all relive those nostalgic moments with a great leap. The day typically starts with my mom waking me up, and my mom would have made a beautiful welcoming arrangement at the front door, as she would sprinkle the cow dung water, and she would have cleaned the place and decorated with beautiful rangolis. We call it as kolam. It is a gesture to welcome the guests, and I thought it was an admirable painting or drawing. But later I understood the cow dung has the antibacterial properties which will not allow anyone to step inside. Whoever comes passing through that entrance, those people will not have any bacteria in their legs. Naturally, they have to wash their legs after stepping on the cow dung mud. These are all practices which our ancestors have given to us. After they all come inside, we greet them with a glass of water, with a big smile. Whatever problem they must be having, everything will vanish. Don't you all agree with you? How many of us greet our guests by giving a glass of water soon after they come home? The moment they enter inside, we feel, oh, how am I going to greet them? What should I make for them? How can I, when they will go out of the house, so that we can relax. Sometimes it happens, but the greeting goes and the morning routine happens like in all other household, preparing the children for school. Before 8:30, I have to get myself prepared along with my two elder sisters and a younger brother. My sisters and myself went to a girls' high school, Immaculate Heart of Girls Higher Secondary School. This is the name of my school. I still remember because every time my teacher asked me, I should say the full school name. I remember it because of those beautiful educative teachers. My mother used to give me a glass of Bonvita. That's the secret of my energy. I always have it and pack my food without even asking a single question. Mama, what is there in the box? Like today's children, mothers, I'm asking you, is it possible to pack their lunch before without asking them what can I pack for their lunch? Definitely not. But I would never ask. Of course, even my sisters, they just take the boxes inside their bag and leave to school. I used to dress up myself in a cream color shirt and a brown skirt with my plaits with a black ribbon, go to school ready to in a cycle. And it used to take 15 to 20 minutes as I reached the school. I used to park my cycle in the parking area and walk inside the school another 2 kilometers to my class. A total exercised morning. And this is the way we get empowered. The strong base, the body that we could have good health. As soon as I reach, my friends will be waiting. Kalpana, what happened? What is that day today? How we are going to enjoy? So we used to discuss about the homeworks we finished, share, and if at all something is missing out, we help each other. And the teacher comes with all the educative ideas. They didn't have any smart boards or gadgets or nothing other than some posters, colorful, creative, and they could impart all the knowledge that they could have. They made us interact with each other, made us leaders, class leaders, helpers, buddies, so that we can help each other. And we grew up with lots of fun. The lunchtime comes, a big carrier comes from my home, hot made food with my domestic helper. My mother makes it ready, and we used to relish with my sisters. We used to share with my friends too. And then comes the afternoon period. Enjoy all the periods, come back home, and evening relishments. We enjoy the whole day without any breaks. The electricity may not be there, but still we would be happy. My dear friends, go back to those olden days and relive those moments. Over to Toastmaster of the Day.
A huge round of applause for Toastmaster Kalpana. And Toastmaster Kalpana, you have already made me reminisce my school days, and how I am always in a nostalgic mood to visit my hometown. And also, I am very sure that Pondicherry is a very nice place. I had the opportunity of living there for 1.5 months. Wonderful speech. Thank you for the nostalgic moment. And now moving on to the next part, next speaker.
Yes.
And I again request our Toastmaster Kalpana to kindly read out the speech objectives of our second speaker.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Yeah.
The second speaker, Toastmaster Pradeep, John Pradeep, he is giving his speech from the Pathway Dynamic Leadership Level 1 Project 2. Time 5 to 7 minutes. Mentor DTM Satish Menon. The purpose of the project The purpose of the project is for the member to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a definite purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Time 5 to 7 minutes, and the speech title is Entrepreneur. There may be something about it. I don't want to disclose the secret. So the topic is Entrepreneur. Back to Toastmaster of the Smrithi. Best wishes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. Our second speaker is a theatre-based public speaking trainer who gets kids and adults to speak on world stages like TED, Josh Talks, etc. He's an author of 5 books and holds 2 world records in speaking and storytelling. He is also currently the district champion of table topics. Toastmaster John. Entrepreneur. Toastmaster John.
Entrepreneurs in the house, please make some noise. Should I say entrepreneurs? That's the energy we have, no? Either the entrepreneurs are out there working 24/7, or if at all they are here, they are super tired right now. There are 3 kinds of entrepreneurs, okay? The first type, the thriving ones, the ones that are making crores and crores of money. Their spouses are bathing in donkey milk. If my guess is right, that kind of entrepreneurs are not there on Toastmasters. They are either in Switzerland or Times Square right now. And they don't buy the milk for their wives, the donkey milk for their spouses. Type 2, they are the warriors of entrepreneurship. Like they were working in a high paying job, and suddenly one day they said they left their job. They said, I don't want to work 9 to 5 job. Now they are working 24/7. They said, I don't want anyone to order me to do what I have to do. Right now, they have some 7 clients. They're all ordering. They're all their bosses right now. I was one day going in a cab, okay, and this driver was boasting about how he left his high-paying job and he's an entrepreneur now and he has this cab and he's talking about how nobody can tell him what to do, when, and all of that. And I told him, okay, 10 seconds, take right. Do not understand, no? I told him and he had to obey that. These kind of entrepreneurs, no, they are the struggling ones. Somehow, 5th of every month, they will pay everybody. Some miracle will happen. The money will come to them, all the salaries will be paid, the rents will be paid, the vendors will be paid. Then when they go home, their spouses will ask them, did you buy milk today? Not the donkey milk. But they will then only realizing, oh my God, I did not pay salary for another employee of the company, myself. I can't even buy milk for my home right now. The third type, no, these type of entrepreneurs are the serial entrepreneurs. I mean, today he will be a baker, tomorrow he'll be a photographer, day after he'll be a marriage consultant for pets. There is no business this man has not attempted under the sun, okay? This, like the textiles industry, cloud kitchen industry, the digital marketing industry, tuition teacher. You know how he affords to do so many entrepreneurial ventures? Maybe his wife is at a stable 9 to 5 job earning very well for the family. He's like, bye babe, I made you the lunch and everything. Then he's sitting down and thinking, saying, enough with the textile industry. Tomorrow onwards, scented candles. That's what I'm going to be doing. You know what happens to these kind of entrepreneurs later on in their life? They become life coaches. They cannot run their own business, but they will give advice for other people to run businesses right now. What type do I fall into? I am that type 2, okay? And you know what my primary job is? To share OTP with my team. Bank OTP, Instagram OTP, every OTP comes to me. And my job is to share OTP with them. I am sleeping, tring, John OTP. I'm in the shower, tring, John OTP. I'm having a lovely time with my wife. Actually, that does not happen. So OTP I can give at that particular time. Like one time, like every entrepreneur's everyday life is like their cardio. I was having my own panic attack. I fell down on the steps. My head was down, my leg was up and everything. Tring. I woke up, gave OTP, and then went back into my panic attack. That's how my life is right now. And I can't even have a complete panic attack because I have to share OTP at that particular time. Now the entrepreneurs know the natural habitat of an entrepreneur is a networking event. You walk into this networking event and you're not saying hi, hello, or anything. You're holding hands and they're like, let's get connected, sir. Let's get connected. We'll do more things. We'll do more things. I have collected 400 business cards, and this year, and like none of those business cards have become money. And when they say, let's get connected, I'm like, I'm already connected. My hand is training. Please leave my hand. That's what I'm telling right now. Okay. This, like, one or two things that comes, they become my God. One networking event of the 100 networking events I went to, one networking business card becomes the money. And every entrepreneur has the same dream, this one dream. If you're especially in Bangalore, you will know about that. Funding. I went to pitch investors, full confidence. I said we are at the pre-revenue stage, pre-product, pre-launch, and my vision is 10 crore valuation and everything. And the investor asked only one question: based on what? I don't know based on what. Based on hope, sir. It's the hope-based business. But based on hope, he said, okay, John, let's stay connected. You know what stay connected means, no? Nothing is going to come from there. The other great blessing I have building a company today, my entire team is Gen Z. And one thing I love about Gen Z is they are very, very honest. That day we were seriously discussing on something and one fellow said, bro, and I stopped to look at shocking faces from everybody's face, but nobody reacted. Everybody was like very normally doing. I was like, founder of the company or bro? Maybe bro is my new designation right now. And like, you know how much honest they are in our times. Even being the founder of the company, if I have to take leave, I'll say, grandma not feeling well, I am not feeling well, loose motion for my wife, all of those things. But Gen Z, this fellow one day, you know what? He sent me a message saying, boss, I don't think I'll be able to come tomorrow because I'm going to a movie with my girlfriend. I got shocked. You know why? That morning I put a message in the group saying I'm going for a client meeting and I booked a movie, same movie, not with my wife, alone. Now I am scared of this fellow seeing me at the movie. It's like, boss, is this your client meeting? So that's me, type 2 entrepreneur, human OTP machine, grown man who has designations like bro, at a movie all by myself, hiding from my 22-year-old Gen Z employees who has better morals than me. One day it will all collapse. The company will fold. My wife will finally leave and go to one person who remembers to buy milk. And you know what I'll become? A life coach. Thank you.
An amusing, funny story which literally freshened our mood. Thank you, Toastmaster John. And as you are the evaluator of our next speaker, I hope you are ready with the evaluation form. So, Toastmaster John is our third evaluator, and now he is going to read out the speech objectives of our third office target speaker.
Okay, looking forward to the speech by Toastmaster Ganesh Rawat. The speech title is The Thought That Healed Me. He is going through his presentation mastery level 3, and the objective of the speech right now is to deliver a speech on any topic, and the speech time is 5 to 7 minutes. I'm looking forward to the speech. Before Toastmaster Ganesh comes on to speak, I would like to pass the stage on to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Smrithi.
Thank you, Toastmaster John. Our third speaker is a medical device professional and a passionate Toastmaster. He is currently part of Hindan Online Toastmaster Club in Ghaziabad. Before I state out the speech title to our third speaker, I want to ask our third speaker whether he would like to have an audio-video check before he speaks. Your voice is breaking. I request anyone from the audience members, general evaluator or his speech evaluator, to kindly check.
Yeah, maybe he can keep video off and talk. We won't be able to evaluate his body language, but network can help with that.
Toastmaster Ganesh, so you can keep your video off because your voice is breaking. So that would help you to your voice to
Okay.
be more seamless.
So let me off video and then check out, please. Is it better now?
Yes. Can you speak after me? Today is a beautiful day.
Today is a beautiful day.
Yes, your voice is now not breaking and is audible perfectly. Toastmaster Ganesh, the thing that healed me. The thing that healed me, Toastmaster Ganesh.
What if I told you a can heal body break soul? Hello, Toast. It was 16th June 2014. As crossing out Delhi, the sun, the heat was unbearable. I was at the Hindu hospital, government hospital in Delhi. There were patients standing on queue to get their appointment. There were separate queues for male, female, and senior citizens. On the other side, there were patients to get their medicine. On the other side, there was a big waiting area. Patients were waiting for turn to inside the doctor's chamber. But I wasn't there as a patient. I was there for medical reference and work in medical device industry. Suddenly, I felt a suck on my chest. This pain wasn't new. I had felt this pain and discomfort for me, but that day it was worse. I was scared. My mind screamed. My maternal uncle had suffered a massive heart attack 1 week before this. Is this happening to me now? I wondered. I consulted the doctor. Doctor, can you check? I'm feeling pain on my chest. Doctor did some physical examination and rushed few diagnostic investigations. And the report came. Guess what? Everything was normal. But the pain, doctor looked at me and the doctor told. Then he talked to my eyes, that towards my eyes, around, down, left, right, and paused and said, you don't have any cardiac-related problems. You have joints and your bilirubin level is 35 mg per deciliter, whereas the normal range is 1 mg per deciliter. You should get hospitalized now. And I came back to my home. Just like any Indian family, my parents turned to faith. They took me to pundits and healers, seeking a cure through mantras, rituals, and hope. But that didn't work for me. I was weaker day by day. Finally, I got admitted to Mac Hospital. I was given IV fluid, medicine, diagnostic investigations, but no sign of improvement. Lying on the hospital bed, I was losing strength, hope, and mind. My mind was filled with negative thoughts. One fine evening, lying on the hospital bed, I flipped through the TV channel and I landed on a channel called The Peace of Mind. And there's one doctor from Jeevan Hospital, Delhi, sharing a story. And that cartoon, the story of a man who forgot to die. Yes, friends, the story of Socrates Moraitis, a Greek man, a veteran from World War II, One fine day in 1976, that man, somatis moritis, got short of breath and seek medical help. And doctor told him that you have terminal lung cancer and you just have 6 to 9 months life left. Listening this, instead of submitting himself to grueling chemotherapy, that man Murad decided to go back to his hometown and spend his last 6 to 9 months in his hometown. But he did one thing while in US. He was in US after World War II. He left US. He left US. But while leaving US and decided to go to his home Greek, Eukarya Greek, he did one thing. He did his stressful life itself. Because just 6 months life left, the why to take them along to hometown, he thought. He went to his hometown. He started spending his days with nature, laughing with friends, planting vegetables, sometimes sipping wine with his friends. He started living a healthy and quiet life. Months passed, he didn't die. 6 years passed, he didn't die. 40 years passed, he didn't die. 40 years later, in 2013, he did go back to US and meet team members and inform them well-being. Went there and found the entire team of doctors. They all gone after this. Listening to this story, I was stunned. I had goosebumps. If a man can win death because of the way he thinks, I too can heal. I have just doing this. I stopped saying I am sick. I started saying I am recovering. I'm full. Guess what? Within 5 days, my reports got improved and I was discharged from the hospital. Dear Toastmasters and guys, in life you all get situations. My life, our needs, failure, loss, sickness, betrayal. And in those moments, our thoughts become our medicine or our vision. If you are feeling pain right now, emotional pain, physical pain, or pain of not feeling, take a pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what are you thinking right now? Because that one thought can change your health, life, and destiny. Thoughts have power. Thoughts are power. Thank you, Master Day.
Wonderful speech, Toastmaster Ganesh, and what a powerful statement to end your speech on. Definitely, thoughts are very important. Good thoughts are of utmost importance. When you think good, when you think positive, you attract positive situations in your life, and the power of thought is indubitable. Now, moving on to our last prepared speaker for today's evening, I would like to request her evaluator, Toastmaster G.V. Vishwanath, to kindly read out the speech objectives of a target speaker. Toastmaster G.V. Vishwanath, now the podium is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Smrithi. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Thank you for having me once again after last week. Today, I'll be playing the role of evaluator. The target speaker will be pursuing level 3, project 2 of the presentation mastery pathway. The project name is elective, that is researching and presenting. The purpose of the project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note, the time for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. And I would like to wish the target speaker all the best. And I would like to hand over proceedings to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster G.V. Vishwanath. Our fourth speaker is currently pursuing her bachelor's in electronics and instrumentation engineering at Congo Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. She joined Toastmasters to improve her communication skills and build confidence in public speaking. She enjoys painting and works on creative projects in her free time. Toastmaster Dakshana, Smart Irrigation. Smart Irrigation, Toastmaster Dakshana.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guest. I'm Dakshana Rajnikant, a pre-final year student from the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering. Before I begin, I have a question. Is anyone here from a farming family? If yes, you probably know how how challenging irrigation can be. Imagine a farmer. Imagine it is a hot summer afternoon, a farmer working on his field, turning on the water pump and irrigating his entire field. He returns home feeling satisfied. After 1 hour, a dark clouds appeared and it started to rain. What happens next? All his effort, power consumption, time are wasted. These are the major problems faced by our farmers' day-to-day life. Sometimes the they even crop too early or too late, and they even irrigate the crop before it rains. So, this question taught me and my other teammates to found a solution for the farmers. How farmers can make the right irrigation decision. So that question taught a team to make a solution. We happily found a solution for this. A project is a smart irrigation system for precision farming. Let me explain how it works. It has an ESP32 microcontroller which collects all the data from the soil moisture sensor, which measures the whether the soil is dry or wet, and the water level sensor, which will measure the water level in the storage tank, and the DHT level sensor. It measures the temperature and humidity. So, in basic irrigation system, when the soil is dry, the water pump will automatically turn on and irrigate the entire field. But we have another special feature. We use weather forecasting using the satellite data. When the farmers are irrigating their field, after sometimes uh, if it begin to rain, so we use satellite data to predict when it will rain or not, so that until when we know when we found that it will rain after an hour, the system will wait until it rains. So by this we could save water, power consumption, and the farmers' effort. When when the soil moisture sensor measures whether the soil is dry, the system automatically turn on the water pump and it starts to irrigate the field. And it also, and our system also checks the water storage tank whether there is enough water in the tank or not. If there is not enough water, our pump will remain off. This protects the motor from any other damage, and also it reduces the power consumption. So by this method, we can smartly irrigate our agricultural fields. So our project mainly focuses on using weather forecast. So it is not implemented in many of other agricultural fields. So we have in traditional irrigation, it uses 100 liters of water. In our system, we use only 65 percentage of water usage. By this, we reduce 35 percentage of water. So saving what by this, we save water for the future purpose. As an electronics and instrumentation engineering student, I proudly say we combined sensors, IoT, and cloud technology to help farmers to make sustainable agriculture. And I wish this could have been implemented in all the agricultural farms, so that farmers no need not to go to their field every time. They can the system works. Okay, the ESP32 microcontroller sends the data to the dashboard using the internet, so the farmers no need to go to their field every time. They can monitor moisture level and water level and temperature through the web dashboard using their laptop or mobile phones. So this makes a smart irrigation system for the farmers. Um I wish this could be implemented in every agricultural field. I would like to end up my speech with a thought: don't let technology replace farmers, let technology empower farmers. Thank you.
Keep the applause going for our last speaker, Toastmaster Dakshana. And that was a very an important topic, which is a less explored topic. And it's very important that we educate ourselves on the intricacies of irrigation or agriculture itself, because we get food from that sector. And even though and it's not an easy task, it really demands your blood and sweat. And even though I'm not from that background, but my father do has a fertilizer business, so I know the predicament of farmers, how hard it is for them. And also thanks to our government for making things very easy. Now moving on to the moving on to the theme of the day. As I have as I was talking about embracing challenges, but with a special emphasis on that, the challenges should be thrown at you. Now which arises, which comes to my mind, is that does it grant you immediate success? No, I don't think so, because I have been in Toastmasters for so many years. I'm performing, taking up roles at the last moment, but still I cannot I cannot vanquish the nervousness which I feel before my role comes. Even during my presentation, I do not know what mess I created, or how many times I fumbled, or what impression it left on my professor's mind and in my fellow classmates mind. But I did give a try, and it was a thrilling experience, and I was very happy for 1 to 2 hours after that seminar. Now I would like to have an audience engagement, and I see Balaji, Sir Balaji and Ma'am Manisha. If you are there, kindly respond to me. And please, could you clarify me whether you are a guest or a Toastmaster? Sir Balaji and Ma'am Manisha, are you there?
Hello, hi Toastmaster Smrithi.
Hello, Ma'am Manisha, ma'am. Are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
I'm a guest, a Toastmaster at a different club.
Okay, then you are a current Toastmaster Manisha. So I would like to ask you a question, and and you have to answer that question using the word of the day also. And today's word of the day is leap. Today's word of the day is it's kind of a game. I'll ask you a question related to the theme only. It's a very easy question, like what kind of challenges you once embraced in your life, which was sudden, and how did you tackle it? And you have to use the word of the day, which is leap, and also you have to use the idiom of the day. I have forgotten the idiom of the day. Can the grammarian please kindly mention once again what is the idiom of the day? Or could you
Come
I-
out
I-
of
I-
your
Get out
comfort
of
zone.
ah,
Come out
please
of your comfort zone.
come out of your comfort zone.
Sure.
Okay, Toastmaster Manisha, kindly tell us what challenges you accepted suddenly at a moment's notice, and use the word of the day and the idiom of the day, which and that has been texted in the chat box itself. Go ahead, ma'am.
A question like how much time should I take? Actually, I just joined. I hope this is not the table topic. It's just a question.
This is not a table topic session.
Got it. So you want me to tell a challenge and how I overcame that?
How you perform that challenge, any challenge you accepted, and that was very sudden. Like in table topic session, if the table topic master calls us, nominates our name voluntarily, then we have to speak. We have no choice. That similar kind of situation have you faced in your life?
Yes, definitely. I went through a situation. I recently explored open mic. I performed there. Next time they asked me to do a hosting. I felt like the open mic went good, so hosting would be also easy. And to my surprise, it was not a hit. And I got so scared that for a couple of days or weeks, I felt like, let me just observe how the open mic in a comic sense work. And this Friday itself, I hosted that event and everybody loved it. So I felt it's always good to experience it. And if we face that, okay, we are lacking somewhere, get some tips and tricks, use it, take a leap of faith, and then one can come out of their comfort zone and can really make a big success in that particular aspect. Thank you.
Yeah, Toastmaster Manisha, from your story, we do learn that stage fright is faced by everyone. And because you took the first challenge, afterwards you got time to reflect on it, and then you came back with more preparation and more power, and you made the audience charm to your skills, right? And also wonderful job done at using the word of the day and the idiom of the day. Now I request Sir Balaji. Sir Balaji, are you there? Sir
Yeah,
Balaji, are you there?
yeah. Yes, yes.
Could you kindly confirm whether you are a Toastmaster or a guest?
Yeah, I am a Toastmaster.
So Toastmaster Balaji, have you heard the question, or should I repeat? Like, you have to describe any situation in your life where you accepted challenge thrown at you very suddenly. You had no prior notice of it, and you embraced it. And how did you tackle it? Toastmaster
Okay.
Balaji, I hope you have got the question. And in your discourse, you have to use the word of the day, which is left, and the idiom of the day, which is come out of your comfort zone. So now the stage is.
Yeah, thank you so much for the excellent opportunity and topic as well. So currently, while I was working in my project, my manager called me to handle one of the most critical project.
we have to deliver in a short span of time. So even though I don't have much expertise in the SAP background, I was ready to take the challenge, and I spent some extra efforts on learning on the daily basis, some 2 hours I put, and then on a daily basis, whatever the challenge my juniors are facing, I have been confidently able to resolve them on time, and I gained the confidence of my junior members. And then even on one of the weekends, we spend time to work on the weekend in order to deliver on time. So that is the commitment I showed to me, as well as that confidence I gave to my team members, as well as to the management. So by doing that, which is I came out of the comfort zone, because the SAP technology is just something totally new for me. But I took that challenge and worked hard for some 30 days, and finally we got some good appreciation from the client side. So my manager was very impressed the way in which we gave some good impression to the, as in terms of company perspective, as well as to the good impression to the team. So that is one of the recent comfort zone I came out of, and I felt very proud of myself and my team as well. So I strongly recommend everyone to come out of their comfort zone at all place at some point of time. So that one will help you to become a better version of ourselves. So that is the strong point I used to conclude. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balaji. So you must have learned from your life experiences that yes, accepting challenges and coming out of your comfort zone refines you in a greater ways than you could never have imagined. Now, thank you for the two volunteers for the interaction. And now we quickly move on to the general evaluation session. And I request our general evaluator, Toastmaster Uma, to kindly come onto the virtual podium and evaluate the entire meeting and give us insightful feedback. Toastmaster Uma, now the podium is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smrithi, for this wonderful opportunity. First, I would like to call upon the evaluators to deliver their evaluation for the speeches. Now, I would like to call upon the first evaluator, Toastmaster Uma Natraj, to deliver the evaluation for our first speaker, Kalpana Arvind. Over to you, Toastmaster Uma Natraj.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Uma. First of all, let me congratulate Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind, taking us back into nostalgia of our good old golden days. He painted the picture beautifully by asking us the question, go to that home, close your eyes, and go back to that good old golden days of your family where you all met together. And literally, we were transported to those days. I remembered my staying with my grandparents, both sides, and also my childhood days. So you painted the picture so well that we were literally transported with whatever you said. The school days, the way, three things that I liked. You took a great leap in coming out of your comfort zone and going back into your nostalgic days. The second one was the way you beautifully painted the story. The way people decorate their houses with rangoli. Nowadays, we don't find this rangoli, what do you say, method at all. We have these sticker rangolis. We don't put rangoli at all in front of the house. So that you reminded us. And nowadays, even if you go to villages, you can see people having that cow dung paste applied, and then they put the rangoli. So all that is not seen in the flat culture nowadays in cities. And then giving water whenever any guest comes. Gone are the days when we used to offer water. Only in traditional houses where there are in-laws, the daughter-in-laws are praying, and then they can serve you water. Otherwise, nowadays you can't see anybody offering water. Like you said, they will be waiting when the guest will go. So that was good. And the glass of Bonvita, when you said this, Bonvita is the secret of my energy, or Boost is the secret of my energy. That also I liked. And definitely you had a message at the end saying old days are old as gold. No? And you used also the word leap twice in your speech. And you definitely came out of the comfort zone. To take your speech to the next level, let me give you a few recommendations. So like when you said, let me take you back, you could have used your hand backwards and also made some stage movements to show that you wanted to take us back to the good olden days. You could have asked us to close our eyes and look back into those old days. Though you said it in your speech, if you could have literally made us do it like you did in one of the yoga session, it would have added more value. And then maybe a little voice modulation whenever you said about your teachers, or what can I pack for you, dear, when your mother asked. I literally remembered my mother. Like we also never questioned what they packed for us. We definitely had always rasam rice and one vegetable. That's all. Nowadays, the children are having so many varieties. So I remembered that, and a well done speech. Just take care of the voice modulation and a little stage movement, and I'm sure you'll be a great speaker. Thank you for this opportunity. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Umana Raj, for the detailed and much encouraging evaluation for our first speaker. Now let's move on to the next evaluation. For our second speaker, John Pradeep. The evaluation is done by Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind. Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind has been a Toastmaster for the past 9 years and a Triple Crown Award winner. She has received several awards at the area level and have won contests at the club level in humorous speech and evaluation. Currently, she serves as the president of Dubai Tamil and Malayalam Toastmasters Club, the only trilingual club in District 127. She is a passionate Toastmaster who loves to seize every opportunity to learn, grow, and contribute to the Toastmasters journey. Over to you, Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind, for a detailed evaluation of our second speaker, John Pradeep.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Uma. A small correction, I am not a president since July. Till June, I was a president. Now the new Toastmaster academic year started. So I'm the immediate past president of Dubai Tamil Malayalam Toastmasters Club. So thank you so much for your introduction. Today, Toastmaster John Pradeep, he took us on a journey with an intriguing speech title, Entrepreneur. So the way that he presented the speech title, I was totally intrigued that what he's going to talk about. And he beautifully explained about the three types of entrepreneur. He excelled in his expressing his ideas about entrepreneur. He spoke well with clarity and confidence. I loved his confidence, the way he spoke on the stage. So, and I felt personally that he is like a stand-up comedian. Many times he expressed his hilarious statements as we all could enjoy his speech. I felt that he has a lot of insights in becoming a stand-up comedian. I don't think that he's a normal Toastmaster. He must be a stand-up comedian in his life as well. I'm sure he has the talent. He can hone his skills in his further future days. And he spoke with clarity and confidence. He was very comfortable with the audience, that he could express his ideas. He used his appropriate tone and pause and all those voice modulations he could make it, while particularly expressing about human OTP mission, when he was giving a stress on that, and pitch investors, all those very specific words that he could say, he was specifying it. And stay connected, all those hand gestures that he could make it. It was very well explained, and he had an exemplary eye contact, and as he could engage with the audience. He used his physical gestures when he said three entrepreneurs, he was explaining about it. So very well done. And he also used the self-deprecating way of humor, that that's the best way of conducting some humorous speech, so which he was well versed with. The improvement part, any speech can be improved. So has his speech, Toastmasters John. I felt that he would have made his speech much more organized, since the purpose of the speech is to give the purpose. The purpose is to make the audience feel something different. What type of speech that the speaker is giving, that we all understood that's a hilarious speech. But what is the purpose of the speech? Is there anything given on the research based, or what are the different types of entrepreneurs and how they are all doing? but what is the purpose? What is the call for action for the audience? I felt I was expecting that. I was looking for it till the end, which I couldn't get it. I felt if he could give some purpose at the end, the call for action, or by explaining all this, that you all could take up this message, that would be great. So on the whole, he delivered a fantastic speech with lots of inputs for us. Only the purpose can be much more effective. So good luck, Toastmaster John. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana Arvind, for a detailed and a more precise evaluation. Now let's move on to our third evaluator, who's going to evaluate the speaker Ganesh Rawat. The third evaluator is John Pradeep. John Pradeep is a theatre-based public speaking trainer who gets kids and adults to speak on world stages. We have already seen his introduction, but as a protocol, I'm just giving it once again in a crisp manner. He's an author of 5 books and holds 2 world records in speaking and storytelling. He's a district champion of table topics. Over to you, Toastmaster John Pradeep, for a fabulous evaluation of Ganesh Rawat.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Ganesh, kudos on completing your project on level 3, because in spite of all of the tech difficulties that you had, you were able to complete it, and kudos to you on that. I could see that you were nervous about the tech difficulties even before the meeting started. And then when it started, I myself became very nervous because that was happening, but you still stuck on to what exactly was happening. And kudos to all of the members of the meeting here for not obstructing the meeting or his speech during. There were a little bit of difficulties, but we stood there and said, let him do it, and that's a great safe space for that all of us created for him also. Toastmaster Ganesh, one thing, if I have to tell one word about this whole speech that you did, it's visual storytelling. The video was off, we were not able to see you, but we were able to visualize everything that you said there. Some places we couldn't hear the sentence, but we were able to think, saying, that's what he said. And that was very, very beautiful. And, for the sake of other people, this visual storytelling, many places he said, what I saw, what I heard, and I thought. It was very nice to see. I went there, I heard something, and I thought to myself. And as he was going in circles about the same format of telling, it became very visual in our heads. You started with a "what if I told you" sentence. I couldn't even hear the complete sentence, the sentence broken between, but that's a great way to start a speech, because a shocker, a hook to start the speech with, that was very, very nice. I think you have one superpower with respect to public speaking. That one is your voice. Your voice has a very strong, melancholy oriented voice. So any story that has gripping power, any story that has a sad tone to it is, I think, your strength. You should pick that kind of stories to share in your speeches. The structure of the speech was very, very lovely. Started with a hook, told your story, and then went into a legendary story, connected that legendary story back to your story, and then completed with a conclusion. Many a times we end up telling our own stories alone, and those times there is something that audience are thinking, saying, why should I listen to his story? So when you brought in the legendary story from 1976, it became a very worthy speech, because your life compared with another life, and then how that impacted you, it became a very worthy speech. You earned the right for you to tell your story there through a legendary story. So that's like borrowing on somebody else's authority and taking that authority for ourselves. I have some suggestions. Like I told you, your voice has a very, very good, powerful, melancholy voice. But in your speech, the tone had to change at some point, but the tone did not change. Like the point where you said 3 months he did not die, 6 months he did not die. The tone could have changed to a happy moment. I could see some happy faces in people's faces, but your voice still stayed the same. Second is, there's a thin line between a storytelling and a speech. Yours was story, and finally a little bit of conclusion. But once you draft the story, if you can think of how to make it into a speech by adding some more of your thoughts in between the story itself, or the points that I can share with audience through the story, that will become a great speech. Thank you so much and congratulations on completing the level. Thank you.
That was a wonderful evaluation, Toastmaster John Pradeep. Kudos to you for giving a very constructive and also thought-provoking evaluation. Now let's move on to the next evaluator, Toastmaster G.V. Vishwanath. To evaluate the fourth speaker, Toastmaster Dakshina. Toastmaster Vishwanath is working as a senior engineer at Qualcomm. He has been a Toastmaster for 2 years and he serves as a VP Education and at Canvas Toastmasters Club. In his free time, he likes watching OTT content with his family, reading books, and practicing coding problems. Over to you, Toastmaster G.V. Vishwanath, for a wonderful evaluation for our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Dakshina.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, General Evaluator Toastmaster Uma. So General Evaluator and general folks, I mean all the attendees, just wanted to ask, am I clearly visible and audible? Okay, thank you. The reason is I wanted to make a point in my evaluation, which is why I'm standing up. So just for that. Coming back, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Dakshina for completing her level 3 project 2 elective successfully. Now, before I get started, I would like to say even more than the speech, even more than the presentation, I was extremely impressed by the project, the initiative that Toastmaster Dakshina and her team have taken to improve the lives of common farmers by implementing a smart irrigation system for precision farming. The idea itself is so engaging, so catchy that we were all listening. Now, let me get into my evaluation. I would like to share 4 commendations and 3 recommendations. So let's get started with the commendations. The first one, very insightful, well-researched content. Right from the beginning, Toastmaster Dakshina provided so many important details regarding the problem, regarding the challenges, regarding the different aspects that need to be considered, and then how she tackled these aspects or her team tackled these aspects in the solution. So, manual effort required by farmers, power consumption required by the pump, the timing of the irrigation, is it before rain or much before rain or just before rain, or is the irrigation being effective? Are we leaving the soil dry? Are we over flooding the soil, right? And in the solution, she talked about details. There's a microcontroller. It has sensors to sense whether the soil is dry or wet, whether the water level in the tank is high or low, what is the temperature, what is the humidity, and how these sensors are used to control the water pump, to how the weather forecasting is done using satellite data, how it is predicted whether rain will come within some time or not, right? It was wonderful. Now, the presentation was very well organized. She started with a question, then she introduced the problem, then she talked about her solution, which was the main body. She also talked about her conclusion, where she mentioned that this new system saves 35% water compared to the traditional method. And she talked about how, by combining sensors, IoT, and cloud, we get sustainable agriculture, right? I also love the visual imagery. She talked about the farmer on the fields, like switches on the pump. After 1 hour, the clouds darken and rain falls, right? But then the effort gets wasted because the rain fell too early. Also, comment the use of the title and the code. Coming to the recommendations, the part where the rain suddenly fell could have been told more dramatically, more vocal variety could have been done. We could have more stage coverage. For example, the farmer went back to his home, so doesn't need to go back to the field with the smart irrigation system, right? The quote that she mentioned at the end about don't let tech replace farmers could have had more context before she presented it, right? I believe She met the objectives with flying colors. Just some minor suggestions related to style. Talking about style, we can take inspiration from her name itself. Like superstar Rajnikant, I believe our speaker should own it. It's such a great idea. She should own it. She can present it with more style in her future speeches, and that is the challenge I would like to give her. With that, I would like to conclude my evaluation. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster G.V. Vishwanath, for this wonderful evaluation about the speech of our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Dakshina. Kudos to all the evaluators for giving a positive, constructive, and also thought-provoking evaluations for all the four speakers. Now, moving on to our tag report. I now call upon the timer of the day, Toastmaster Anbarasan, to give his time reports.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Once again, I would like to thank for all the Toastmasters and guests. And today's session, for a prepared speech, Toastmaster Kalpana took 7 minutes 28 seconds. Toastmaster John Pradeep took 6 minutes 50 seconds. Toastmaster Ganesh Rawat took 7 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Dakshana took 6 minutes 25 seconds. During the evaluation session, Toastmaster Uma Nadraj took 3 minutes. Toastmaster Kalpana Aravind took 3 minutes 22 seconds. Toastmaster John Pradeep took 3 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster G.V. Vishwanath took 3 minutes 30 seconds. All the speakers and evaluator has within the time they finished their speeches. Kudos to all the speakers and evaluators. Over to you, General Evaluator of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anbarasan, for the timer report. Let me now call upon the R-counter role done by Toastmaster Ezhilarasan. Over to you, Toastmaster Ezhilarasan, for the R-counter report.
Good evening once again. Am I audible? Yeah, actually, in the today's meeting, there was no filler words or literally I could find in the flow. Actually, it was wonderful to listen. I could able to forget the filler words in the flow of these meetings, because with the microscopic eyes only we can find some of the and arm. Especially John Pradeep was using lot of A's, but all are giving meaning. What I can do? Should I count in that or not? I got full confusion. So even though with the microscopic eyes, as I told, there are some A's I counted. TMOD Smrithi used a few times A's, 8 times, and 1 time R. Myself, I used 1 A. G. Uma did not use any filler words. Another Uma Nadraj, she used 2 times A, and speaker Kalpana used 2 times A, and long pause was 1 time. Should before the 3 words she was using repeatedly, and John was using many A's as I told, but the irrelevant A's I could tell 6 numbers is there, and he was using become frequently in his speeches. And Ganesh was using 2 A's, and Dakshina also used many A's. So since she's a new speaker, that is acceptable. That my appreciation for your projects, or that projects we can forget all the A's. Congratulations. And you are using the frequently, that you can try to reduce. Manisha did not use any filler words. Balaji 2 times, Vishwanath 3 times, and Anbarasan 7 times are used. That's it about my reports. Thank you. Back to G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ezhilarasan, for a wonderful report on the accounting. This was really enriching and enlightening for everyone to check on the communication and also the filler words. Now, with this, we have one more, the trivia role done by Toastmaster Sangeeta. I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Sangeeta to conduct the listener role and ask your questions to our members, so that let's see how attentive they are throughout the session. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, General Evaluator Uma Parmeshwari. Good evening again, everyone. I have few questions based on today's speeches. Here are the questions. My first question is, who was the first person to speak and open today's meeting? Anyone want to answer?
Toastmaster Anvarasan, because he is the SA.
Great job. So let's move on to next question. What was our word of the day today? Who introduced it?
Leap.
Grammarian,
Toastmaster
Muralidharan.
Muralidharan. Leap.
Great job. So my next question is, what was the idiom of the day today?
Come out of their comfort zone.
Come out of
Step out of the
comfort.
comfort zone.
Awesome. My next question is, Toastmaster John mentioned a specific team name. What was it?
What was the question?
Toastmaster John mentioned a specific team name. What was it?
Mentioned what? We are not getting the question.
He mentioned a specific team name.
Team.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Team name.
Toastmaster John, yeah.
The
The
three
answer
types of
is-
entrepreneurs.
Yeah, the team name is Gen Z. That is the answer.
Gen Z.
Is it right, Mr. Toastmaster John?
Yeah, one part of it. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. My next question is, what topic did the table topics master give to Toastmaster John?
Topic means speech title.
Yes, title.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, you are right.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Not entrepreneur.
Yeah. Let's move on to next question. Who was the last person to speak in the table topic today?
There was no table topics. That was a tricky question.
Yeah, sorry. So my last question is, who was the speaker 3 Toastmaster today?
Ganesh Rawat.
Out of syllabus.
Yeah, you are right. Toastmaster Ganesh is the speaker 3 today. Thank you, everyone. Over to General Evaluator Uma Parameshwari.
Thank you,
If I could
Toastmasters
go back,
Sangeeta.
if I could go back in the time machine, I would recommend Toastmaster Sangeeta, my teacher, to make the question paper for me. All easy questions. Thank you.
That
Today
was
is
so
my
nice of
first
you,
day for
Toastmaster
listening
Kalpana.
group. That's why.
That
Thank
was
you,
a
Kalpana.
wonderful session, actually. Like my tag team was so precise and very observing, and also putting everyone into laughter with their questions and observations. Thank you so much, my tag team. And coming back to the final section, the GE report. I would like to, yes, grammarian. Sorry, I just forgot. Let me call upon the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Muralidharan, to give his grammarian report.
I guess we're finally here. My grammar note is the last role. I'm eagerly waiting to give my report, but just paused. It's okay, no problem. Good evening again, everyone. I am Toastmaster Muralidharan, and here is my grammarian report for today's meeting. Overall, the meeting reflected excellent with the communication skills, thoughtful vocabulary usage, and strong delivery from all the speakers. I would like to highlight a few notable observations. Like in speaker one, Toastmaster Kalpana Aravind, she was used successfully the idiom of the day, and she articulated the new words such as immaculate and relish. The speech was delivered with confidence and effectively, and the speech was very well presented and engaging manner. And for the next speaker, Toastmaster John Pradeep, he was used new words such as thrives, and the speaker communicated the ideas clearly and maintained a good flow throughout the meeting with a comedical manner. It was so engaging, and it was a strong and well delivered speech. And Toastmaster Ganesh was speaker number 3. He was used another 2 new engaging words such as grueling, sniffing. The speaker used expressive vocabulary and that had depth and realism to the speech. The speech was impactful and memorable, but one concern is make sure that audio was clear to everyone. So I can't able to catch up the most of the words for in Ganesh Rauth speech. And for the speaker 4, Toastmaster Dakshina, the speech contained a very convincing and professional explanation of topic. The representation had the clarity and confidence of doing a strong funding pitch. Actually, if she was going to fund pitching, she will get a funding immediately. I think so. And he mentioned an excellent phrase like, "Don't let technology replace farmers. Let technology empower farmers." That's an amazing quote that Toastmaster Dakshina told. And overall commentating of the speakers was this one was the one of the most powerful and thought-provoking lines of the session. And my general observation overall meeting was members used a variety of strong vocabulary and delivery was very confident and engaging, and most of the speakers was used idiom, theme, and word of the day also. And I encourage everyone to continue enriching their speeches with meaningful vocabulary, memorable phrases, and effective language usage. Thank you to you all, the speakers, for making today's meeting informative and inspiring. This concludes my grammarian's report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muralidharan, for a precise and observing evaluation, and also your report on the usage of today's idioms, phrases, and word of the day. Now, I have stepped out of my comfort zone to take notes of each and every part of the meeting to give a detailed and also enriching general evaluator report. Basically, the meeting started well on time and with the theme jumping into the unknown. So jumping into the unknown is something exciting and adventurous in nature. I was looking forward for lots of insights and lots of thought-provoking and also adventurous experiences shared over the whole meeting, as Tiamori is a Gen Z personality. So that was well taken care by our Smrithi, Toastmaster Smrithi, where she shared her personal experiences and also took us to a nostalgic moment of how she felt facing every single challenge. So the word of the SAA said Toastmaster Anbalagan set the stage for the meeting, followed by TMOD. It was like more like a prepared speech where she was speaking more of a personal story, connecting with the audience. But I would like to give a small suggestion here, like it more of a personal story adds value, but a theme or a conclusion at every bit, like you segregate your whole TMOD title into 2 to 3 parts where you cover each topic at each breaks. So that adds more value to the TMOD role and keeps the audience engaging. This is my suggestion. And coming to the timings, speech evaluator, speaker 1, Kalpana Arvind. She was able to take us to the childhood memories. Every single detail was so perfect for us to imagine how it felt for us and how we felt nostalgic moments at every stage. So I would like to give few areas of improvements for speaker 1. Instead of explaining lots of incidents, stick to 1 or 2 strong childhood experiences and close the speech by a powerful message. When you do this, You create lots of impact in the audience. They remember your speech even when you have completed your speech, and when you want to repeat in some other club, they can correlate, like this was done earlier by this person. So instead of giving lots of whole story, you can stick on to one or two powerful experiences, childhood experiences. This is my suggestion to you. And our second speaker, Toastmasters John Pradeep. The body movement, audience connect was amazing. It was humorous throughout the speech, and we learn more about you and your business. And I have few areas of improvement to you too. You can use the frame because it's an online meeting. You have a frame inside this frame inside the meeting. So use the complete frame so that it connects with the audience more and it looks more lively. Though the entire speech has lots of humor content, the closure always need not be funny. So I would like to give a suggestion here that the closure can be a thought-provoking question or something like that, which leaves a lasting impact and makes your speech more powerful. Hope you can inculcate all these things in your next speech. Moving on to the speaker 3. As the audio video was off, we couldn't evaluate on the body language and things like that. But however, the things that healed you, that is like the speaker with speaking with authenticity, voice modulation, a powerful story, well narrated, a strong message at the end was well put. However, if you could use your audio and net connectivity, it would be great. And for the speakers 4, Toastmaster Dakshina about smart irrigation. So it was a very confident delivery of what she was doing in her college. Appreciate and kudos to her efforts. I do have few areas of improvement for Toastmaster Dakshina. Please work on your mother tongue influence, which is what I felt. When you are communicating, it should not be by-hearted and repeating something. So work on your mother tongue influence and also work on filler words. Story on censor was really good, but you should make little more connectivity, and somewhere you should also connect the story with a personal experience. So the story will be more powerful and people can remember even when the program is over. And personal voice modulation should also be lagging here and there. So improve on your voice modulation. So same point should not be repeated more than once. So I found that it was repeated twice. So final message was really good and it was reaching the audience and it was well connecting. So overall, it was a great effort from Toastmaster Dakshina. And for the evaluators, it was all great job done. Everyone was very positive and also giving constructive and also insightful experiences and also evaluations for all the speakers. With this, I'll also have one suggestion to the whole Chennai Toastmasters Club. Do maintain timings very precisely and stick on to the timings. When we have a timer, it means that there is a person dedicatedly handling the timer role. We have to stick on to our timings so that we enhance our communication and also precisely complete the speech within the time limit. This helps us to win contests and also regularize our speeches and more integrated and also disciplined. This is one suggestion I like to give it to the whole team and members so that we can improve and go to the next step further. With this, I conclude my general evaluator report. Over to you, TMOD of the day.
I think due to network issue, I could not see Toastmaster Smita. LS sir, can you please take care of it for closing address?
Yeah, good evening once again. I hope Smrithi would join back before we conclude our meeting. My dear Toastmasters, really what a wonderful meeting we had. See, today there are 4 speeches were there. So all 4 speeches were in different subjects. There was no relation between each speeches. So we could able to enjoy. So when we hear some different topics, our mind is getting refreshed. So if you are talking about science, the history-oriented mind would be in rest. So when you are talking about the fiction, the other type of mind will be in rest, so that we never get tired when we are in the Toastmaster meeting. That is a wonderful experience in this Toastmaster meeting, my dear Toastmasters. I think our results would be ready for the day. I think Kavitha is making and sending to me. Just I'm waiting for the result to get from Kavitha. As I told earlier, when we are talking, we are always interested to talk, right? That too, when age getting more and more, you will be liking to talk with somebody and communicate with somebody and express your feelings. So that is obvious, right? When you are young, you will not feel that. When you are getting older, at the age of 60, there should be somebody to listen your stories. And you express completely, you will feel satisfaction. So the same way, my dear friends, when you are delivering a successful speech in the Toastmaster meeting, you will get that satisfaction because you will feel something you achieved. The same like that, when you deliver a successful table topic speech, and you will feel the satisfaction. So that's why we are gathering here and improving our communication skill. The same time, we are getting our satisfaction and relieving our stress. See, different faces I'm able to see and interact with the different type of people, different type of slangs. Especially, I want to mention about our TMOD, Smrithi. That much fast, if I talk, I will miss my words. Even my thought also, I would miss. I cannot go that much speed. Oh, what a speed and what a clarity with that speed also. I wonder. And another one big competitor is our John Pradeep. How they are thinking in their mind, I don't know. The words are coming like jet fast. That should be thinking, right? That much fast. So really, this is a takeaway. We need to win. We cannot compete with them, but we can take those type of things, how to go fast with the clarity. So I can speak fast, but you should understand, right? But Smriti was very clear in her articulation. That is a wonder. I think the Gen Z kids having that inbuilt talent. Definitely, I cannot do that. So, Kavitha, the results are ready.
Yes, sir. We
Before
can
that, getting the result, we
just
can have the feedback.
Yes, sir. I will
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, I will get feedback from, I think there is no guest here. Even Balaji is new to our club. Balaji, could you please share your thoughts about our today's meeting? Balaji?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So today meeting I was thoroughly enjoyed. I mean, the 3 speakers spoke very well, and then the evaluation is one of the very key parameter in Toastmasters. So that one for sure it will add some value to them. And then I felt like every role players they did their best. So overall, it was a good informative session and a takeaway as well. And as you mentioned, there are some whenever we join, we will just it will be relaxing our mind, and then we will be getting some sort of knowledge because of different sort of background people. And then, as you said rightly, people from Gen Z, they have some good amount of energy, and then they have some inbuilt capability. We are coming from different experience, so it is all about, I feel like listening and learning from one another and growing better and becoming a best version of each one of us. That is what I will felt. So it was overall the meeting was very nice, and it was an excellent. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Balaji. Keep continuing and join with us. So can
Sure,
share your
sir.
experience, and from you also, how you are conducting your meeting, you can share your feedbacks and take roles also in our meetings. Thank you. Ganesh, you want to share something?
No. I'm just listening.
Yeah,
Your
actually,
voice is
when,
clear, Toastmaster Ganesh. You can do it.
when we are talking leisurely, it's very clear. But when you start giving speech, I don't know what happening to your
I don't know
mic.
because I think when we are trying to deliver my speech, it happens like this at Chennai Tamil Toastmasters Club. So I need to take other roles I need not to take speaker role, I believe.
By the
Yes,
time,
thank you for your speech.
by the time
And
the presiding officer speaks, I can take a photograph if you all can open the camera and give a beautiful
yeah,
smile.
Untitled Balaji, please open your camera so that
Remember to
complete.
smile.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, you were calling me.
Ready? Everyone smiling?
Not possible for a long time.
That's the point. Keep smiling. Balaji is not coming? Okay. Smile. Yes. I took the photo, but still you all can keep smiling.
Thank you. Thank you. Today there was no table topic, but that was resolved by our TMOD. She asked some questions to Manisha and Balaji. They made that fulfilled. It was like table topic. It was wonderful to hear. And our trivia master Sangeeta, I think first time she's taking this role, even though performed well. Thank you, Sangeeta. Anybody want to share any other feedback, please? Manisha. Manisha did not take any role, but even though thanks for joining and giving your speech.
I have one thing to add. I really
Please.
got, I really love the theme of the meeting. And after hearing the evaluation, I am having a big FOMO that I should have joined on time. Yeah. But yeah, it's good to be a part of this meeting.
Thank you. Thank you for your support. And I have the results for the today. So this is a new agenda we started in our meetings, so that there was a lot of feedback from the general evaluators. We should have the voting. So we started implementing that. Today is the best tag role player. Our grammarian Murlidharan was selected by you all. Congratulations, Murlidharan. Best wishes with your thunderous round of applause. I congratulate Murlidharan. The best main role player, our TMOD, Smrithi Agarwal. Congratulations, Agarwal. Please keep continuing your applause. And the best evaluator is our John Pradeep, was selected by you all. Congratulations, John Pradeep. And best speaker is Dakshna. For her wonderful theme, you all selected her as a best speaker of today. Dakshna, congratulations. And meeting quality was mentioned as 4.14 by you all. Thanks for the wonderful rating. That's it about today's winner announcement. Congratulations and best wishes to all the speakers and the winners. With that, we are in our end of our today's meeting. So if anybody want to share any thoughts, I think our Vishwanath is having something. Please, Vishwanath.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ezhilarasan. Thank you, Toastmaster Kavitha, for once again inviting me to Chennai Tamil Toastmaster Club meeting. I just wanted to share that one of my clubmates was also interested in taking up evaluation, but it so happened Toastmaster Kavitha reached out to me first. So next time I will share his contact so that he can also attend this meeting.